Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing the HYDRAGUN Atom Mini Massage Gun. This is the packaging that it comes in. I tore it apart to get to it because the reviews were so amazing for this product. I was like, I cannot get into this any other way but just shredding it apart. This is the inside of it, this cool case. Comes in here, bunch of other additions here to it. Comes in here. Let's tear this thing apart. What do we got? We got a charging cable, which is USB Type-C. Thank God. And you do get a wall adapter, which is pretty bizarre. Most of the time they leave that up to you. And you do get a manual in here. I'm going to set all this stuff to the side. We're well-educated people here. We don't need that stuff, but we do need what's inside this. And what is in here is my favorite percussion therapy minigun that I've ever had the opportunity to have into my hands and into my possession. The HYDRAGUN Atom Mini percussion gun here. It's phenomenal. The packaging, super tiny. You can carry this anywhere with you. It's quiet. It's non-intrusive to your travel. This is the epitome of tiny. Here inside the case, which is a very nice case, you open this up, boom, you get everything that you're going to need. You get the pan head, the bullet, and the absorber here, which kind of is a ball, but absorbs a major punch. This is tiny and concentrated to get right in there. And this is the one that you'll probably use the most, is the little pan head. This one's kind of like aluminum. So is the pointy tip. This one you can get around crucial areas like maybe your kneecap or some places where some bone might be present. This little guy here will allow you to get in there and not just be rattling on bone. But the other two allows for deeper penetration. One pinpoint, the other one a little broad, but you get that localized penetration. Coolest thing about this though is the motor. Now here's your penetration here. See, this is how far you're getting. So its stroke is not as good as a full-size one, but I didn't expect that whenever you're looking at the housing here that it has to work with. The Smooth Drive M motor technology that they designed for this is powered by the new and improved Smooth Drive M motor, which I kind of just said. The Atom delivers more punching power for greater relief and recovery at over 50 percussions per second, and it has an output force of 15.4 pounds. Now you can really get down on this and it doesn't bog down, which is very cool. It's not the same as a full size, but I'm talking on a mini level, and for mini specs, this thing reigns supreme in my mind. It has high torque 14-pole motor, 25 to 540% stronger than other minigun motors on the market, and I can attest to that. Before this one, I reviewed a mini one. That was kind of one of my favorite ones, but it just kind of felt like, you know, as good as you can get with a mini, you know. This one is replicating a cheap full-size one in a small compact space, which is incredible. Frictionless, brushless technology, quieter, more energy efficient, and dissipates heat better, which is cool. Dramatically slows wear and tear, rated to last at least 10,000 hours, which is fantastic. It has this aerospace grade aluminum anodized for sweat and scratch resistance. And I will say that I have carried this thing with me everywhere for the past, what's it been, 2 months, I think? Because I was ill for like 5 weeks. Got better for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Now I'm getting sick again. What is it? I don't know, but it's lung related and it's terrible. But this thing has been my little buddy for a couple months, so hopefully I can knock out some of these reviews real quick before I fall back ill again. It's got a universal USB Type-C port, which is located right down here at the bottom. You get a single button interface, which is fantastic. There's your single button interface, and also pay attention to your stroke, and I'll put my finger here to help. And then long press to turn off. So long press to turn on, 1, 2, 3 speeds, and you can keep cycling through with the taps. Long press to turn it back off again. And this does for me, for a man hand, perfect grip. I think for a female you'll be good too. This is surprisingly grippy when you have a little bit of moisture on your hands. It's not going to slip out of your hands. So the design and just the craftsmanship of this is phenomenal. I mean, I keep showing it, but it's just top notch. All the machining, everything to get, there's nothing loose in it. It all just feels like there's not a centimeter of air inside this thing. Like it's something has a purpose and it's just fitting in there perfectly. It's a good product. And it's powered by lithium-ion batteries. So what is the purpose of a gun? I can tell you the purpose of the gun for me, that I've been such a pusher and backer of these percussion therapy devices, is it got my knee, my leg pain out of whack and back on track. It got my lower back spasms to stop. And this is with, you know, kind of all over every point that I had a problem with for 45 minutes a day for 2 weeks for me. With a percussion gun at the time, eliminated all that of, what was it, a year plus of lower back spasms because of a fall down some stairs I had and some kind of injury to around my knee location. It was up above my knee, around my leg area, and I would work that. So I worked those 2 spots over probably 45 minutes combined for 2 weeks straight every day. And I think, this is my opinion, I introduced some trauma to the area with a percussion gun that allowed my body to go in and heal and just keep working on that area, and it healed itself. I believe that is exactly what happened down in my heart. I believe that, and that's why I have such a high belief in this type of system for recovery. So it works good too if you're trying to tear those muscles, you're working out a lot. Can be part of your post-workout religion. Like your stretching is just as important as you're working out, followed by this thing would allow, I think, your body to recover as fast as possible. But yeah, muscle joints, joint stiffness, chronic aches and pains, I really feel that if you focus and take the time and really work those areas out for a couple weeks to a month, give it the time of day that it needs, you can really let your body heal itself. That is just strictly my opinion. I am not a doctor. I don't know anything medical, but just my own trial and errors with this type of device. 1800, 2400, and 3200 ppm. Now that's pulse per minute. So low, medium, and high, that's your pulse per minute. Now your amplitude, now that's how far it's gonna go in and penetrate, is 8 millimeters. So that's how far of penetration, how deep you're gonna go. A lot of the bigger guys have twice that. And that's where sometimes if you've got some chronic stuff, you know, the Mini is good, and it's a good dabble in the toe in this world. But they have a HYDRAGUN full-size model, which I would love to get my hands on because the Mini is so great. The full-size would be phenomenal, I would feel. So amplitude, 8 millimeters, so expect this little amount of movement, which is great for your smaller areas. That's fine. But you're looking at deep tissue when you got to get way and penetrate way down in there. Look outside the Mini and go for a full-size. But everything else, I feel like the Mini can do. And the dimensions of the product, you got a height of 5.7 inches, a width 4.7, and a base diameter, which kind of creates the whole width of the device, and our thickness of the device is 1.77 inches at 1.2 pounds. And you do have a battery life, in my case, of about a little over 4 hours, 4.5, about, I'd say a hair over 4 hours battery life is what I've got off of this, which I'm fine with for the power. If you're looking at 20-minute sessions with it or 30-minute sessions, that would get you through a week, which is great. So the stall force is 17.6 pounds. So that means how much weight that you can press on this to stall this out. So you could put up to 17 pounds of force on this. I didn't measure, but I pushed in enough and I didn't bog it down to where my comfort level was at. Now, I'm not a big fitness guru who really needs to just dang near bring in a rubber mallet to help drive one of these things in. So I'm not on that level. But as far as your typical average Joe, I think totally comfortable. Also, the sound level is pretty important because if you're doing stuff at the gym with people around or something, airport, something like that, you don't want something that's loud and annoying. That's the last thing you want, especially in an airport when you're already annoyed. 50 decibels is about where you're going to get. 50 to 55 decibels is what they say. It's pretty quiet, so now let's take our first venture into the audio part. So this is on low. There you go. Now let's push it in to a heavyweight. That's moving. For a mini, it feels like I'm holding a full size to apply that much pressure. But for a mini, like my eyeballs are shaking right now, holding this down. So this is very cool. There's a good shot of how deep this thing can go in and work. And it feels phenomenal. Like your arms, your skinnier places that you go with this mini will be, I feel like would be just fine. Now leg, super meaty areas, you may want to introduce a full-size model. But this will definitely do, I feel like, for most people what they need it to do for their recovery. Good stuff. Let's try some of the other long press. Let's try the pointy end. It always starts on low. Crank it up to high. You really can get in there and pinpoint certain problematic areas. And with that aluminum tip, it allows you to glide really easy on skin and clothing. That's a benefit of those types of tips. And this rubber grips a lot more, which can be good. See here, getting around bone. So if you got a sensitive area, you might start pop, 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 like that. Whoa, I'm sensitive right here. You put this rubber one on, and in your clothing, it does move around it, but it also pulls on it a little bit more. So that pan head, to me, is where it's at, unless I'm keen to a certain area. And then I might want to go with this, because you get a little bit smaller diameter than the pan head, or the needle head there that will get you right. Say I'm bouncing, because I'm hitting some, but it's not hurting me. So this will get you into some sensitive areas. The pouch right here, and this is your setup. This is what you'll carry and go with. Put the cord in here. The adapter can go too. Close this up with a single zipper. It's got a little D-ring here, so if you need to attach this to your bag or some sort, you can do that. The HYDRAGUN Atom Mini Massage Gun. Percussion therapy gun, best friend, all those things. And I really think for the price, it's right because of the construction. This is not a rebranded thing that exists. They have done this. So I really like the gun. It is my absolute favorite mini. I'll leave a link down in the YouTube description for this thing, but if you're after a really good quality product that's going to last a long time, I think you should go this route outside of any other mini that you might be tempted to buy because of that sweet little price. Oh, it's so, this is top notch. I really want to get my hands on their full-size model, but this one here with a free 1.5 year warranty, it's good to go. Link down in the YouTube description. Highly recommend it. I'll leave 2 links for this. But yeah, I can't say anything but good about it. So make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notified on the next product review I got coming out. And I've got a good one coming out. That's one that's 3 months in the making now. It's called Bird Buddy. Yeah, I've got the thing. I've had the thing for 3 months, but I've been trying to get well. Had a period of terrible weather. Where are the birds? So, you know, I've got enough data collected to where I should be able to give a solid review for the product and whether or not you should buy it.